2, 3. As each long day rolls by and falls behind me, there's a loneliness and a peacefulness I've found. Though I'm weary than this, when I rise to start again, there'll be a diamond in the crown.
I went with my sister, who was in high school at the time, to a clinic that was not too far from where we lived, and took a pregnancy test there, and I found out that I was pregnant. So I told them that I wanted to make an appointment for an abortion. I told my dad in the kitchen, and he gave me a hug, and you know, I cried a little because I felt like I had disappointed him.
I came home, and she said she had something very important to tell me, and she told me. I think she just kind of came out with it, and it was really shocking. I mean, it was really hard for me to accept it at first. I remember that, and I think I just got real quiet. It brought up some old stuff for me, because I had a cousin way back in the late 50s, early 60s that got pregnant, and it was a big negative thing. And, you know, to have that kind of stuff come up in my own mind about my own daughter wasn't very comfortable for me. I know what my preference was. My preference was for her to have the abortion. She was starting to kind of reestablish herself.
At the time, I was not in school, I was not working, I was not taking my medication consistently. I've been diagnosed with anywhere from depression to bipolar, otherwise unspecified. So, you know, not being on medication was like not a good way for me to be at the time.
I just really remember my daughter calling and crying and saying she was so sorry. And then just being the mom, don't worry, we'll get through it, whatever we do, we'll do together. That was totally her decision. I really wasn't 100% behind that decision. And I do believe people have choices. That's why I didn't say, you know, no, you can't do this. But there was a little part of me that was seeing a baby die.
One of the things that really, I guess, surprised me is that we had always talked about sex and birth control in the house. I mean, it was not a taboo subject.
It took like all day, I remember, and you had to bring pads with you, you had to wear comfortable clothes. There were other girls in the room, I remember, and like no one really was like looking at each other, you know. And I was put under, and I remember waking up, and I felt really nauseous, but and groggy and everything, and then I went home. It is 9 years. I still think I made the right decision. I feel bad that, you know, my boyfriend, who is now my husband, that we had to go through that situation, that I had to put him through that situation, because it was very hard. It was hard on him. He still, to this day, you know, agrees that we made the right decision. It just makes him sad. He comes from a totally different background than my family, where having a baby as a teenager was not a big deal. But, you know, he knew that we made the right decision, and he supported me. He doesn't like talking about it, and I guess I feel bad that I don't feel that bad about it. I know I made the right decision for myself. To have to go through it, I had the right people around me.